So it was a rainy night last night. It started maybe around like 1 or 2 or something, just some like drizzles on and off. But it was also very warm, which was surprising. At like 3 a.m. it was 60 in the tent. But by the time I got up and going, the outside temp was like 52. Right now it's 48. Yeah, so hoping to get to Twin Lakes today and then decide what to do from there. The muscle right above my foot still kind of is irking me, and I don't know how long it's gonna hold out before I have to like hobble there. It's from camp, it was 14.5 miles to Twin Lakes, so hopefully I can get there before it's too bad. The problem is it feels worse on the downhills, and there's a decent amount of downhill going into Twin Lakes. I hear thunder off in the distance, so I expect it to rain again. I had my tent on the outside because it's supposed to be a break later. I was hoping that this break was going to be the one that lasts. When there is a break, I will have to lay out the tent, dry it out before moving on. And that is Mount Elbert, the tallest point in Colorado. Mount Massive Trailhead. So I've laid out my ground sheet and my tent, my jacket, trying to get them to dry out in the sun before some rain potentially comes in. This has got to be the biggest, fanciest bridge on the Colorado Trail. So these are the Twin Lakes, and Twin Lake City is somewhere over here. Harder to tell because of the cloud casting a shadow here, but last year this area was burned. You can see it. So that is where you go to climb Hope Pass, just right over there, right by Mount Hope. And Hope Pass is 4 miles and 3,000 foot gain. So I was hoping this was going to be an easier day, but this 15 miles to Twin Lakes is just never ending. And then I have 5 miles to where I want to camp, which I thought it was only going to be like 2 or 3. And nowhere in there is there a place to get water. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to carry it out from Twin Lakes or get to my camp spot and then walk 1.5 miles one way to get my water. So yeah, we will see. So I left Twin Lakes. And look, the water supply. And it's like 1.5 miles till the Colorado Trail joins up and goes underneath this road. So I just gotta jump on down, get to it. And yes, I'm carrying 4 liters of water. There's no water all along here or at camp. So quite the haul. And here's another look at Hope Pass. But I don't go that far. This is my stop. Hey. So the other way I could have gone to get back on the trail is the way that I got into Twin Lakes, and that was to head in the other direction, maybe a 1/4 mile, 1/2 mile, to get on a dirt road, to climb that all the way up 1.5 miles, and then to come all the way down and zigzags around all through there. And maybe it would have been like 5 miles total instead of this 1.5 miles. I did that 2 years ago, so I'm not missing much. So Twin Lakes General Store is a nice little store in the Twin Lakes Village area, and they cater to hikers. And so I had a box sent that they stored for me for free. They will charge if it's an oversized box. And that was my resupply. And then I just shoved everything into my bag. I also bought a cold Coke there and a Payday. There were 4 other hikers sitting there, all charging their devices. One was doing the CDT and the other 3 the Colorado Trail. And 2 of these people did just do their resupply at the general store. They do have a lot of stuff that backpackers tend to eat. And then that's also where I bought a gallon of water to top off everything, since they don't have, or since there's no water here. So this area coming up here is very exposed, and thankfully there is a breeze. And judging by these trees, if it holds, I'm gonna have a very nice tailwind. So this feeds into the Arkansas River. So I have ended my day here on the southeast side of the Twin Lakes. I'm about 5 miles outside of the village. Just set up, let everything pretty much finish drying out in this breeze. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I was gonna just take tomorrow, just a 0 day, and then see how my ankle feels on Saturday. Today's Thursday, so we'll see how that goes. I don't have high hopes, but it's possible. I just don't think it's good to walk another 300 miles on it as it is. So we'll see how that goes. Also, there is a wildfire nearby. So there's all this haze around here, and I noticed it as I was walking across the lakes, and I could start smelling it as well. When I talked to two women who were passing by, they let me know that, yeah, there is a wildfire nearby. And so I started to look it up, and bird's eye view, it is 9 miles from here. So we will see how that develops. That essentially eliminates the Collegiate East if I wanted to go that way, because that does overlap. The evacuation zone does overlap with part of the trail. So I'll keep an eye on it tonight, but hopefully I wake up and the forest is not on fire around me. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, that's it for today.